WRPB studios and WRPB, and certain times we have to do things here that are just important. And you know, guys, been with me a long time. You know, I hate that. But if we don't do it, we don't learn and we don't know. And with me is Bill Cullity.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, I think you got it right. Bill
Wow.
Cullity.
And you're from Jordan Dynamics.
Yes.
All right. What is Jordan Dynamics?
We're an employee benefits brokerage. We specialize in health insurance and dental and vision, things like that for businesses. Not
Okay.
necessarily individuals, but
So you don't do really individuals. Is not your forte.
No, it's not my forte.
Okay. So you're going to come into a big. I guess you do medium to large.
We do small groups as well. We
Do-
go down as small as 10 lives. Yeah.
Okay.
10 employees.
So you'll go in there and you'll offer the owners what they can offer their employees, or you offer the employees.
We offer the owners, yeah. So the owners will help pay for the employees' health insurance and for their employees to do something nice for them, show that they appreciate their employees.
Okay, so let's just pick a number at the top of my head. Um, let's say each employee is going to cost $100 because it's a nice round, easy number for me to work with.
Mhm.
How does one decipher how much the employer is going to contribute as compared to the employee?
So generally, there's 50% is what the employer would be contributing to the employee's benefits. That's the bare minimum of what they would do. But if some employers could be more generous and pay 75% or 100% and not make their employees pay anything at all.
Do they do that?
Yeah, there are a few that do that. Yes, they're
Because-
rare because that is a lot of appreciation for your employees. But
Well, only because the little bit that I know, all that stuff has gone through the roof.
it has.
Okay, so I hate to say it, but it's if you have a single employee
Hmm.
and you're paying for their full benefits on a not a simple package but a basic package, I'm going to guess that could be close to a week's salary for each employee.
Yeah, depending on what kind of industry and what they're making. But yeah, if you're paying 100% of the benefits, that could be close to $1,000 per employee per
Yeah.
month. Per month. Yeah.
That so I mean, it gets pricey. So I get it, but do businesses have the ability to do that? I mean, again, I run a business, been running a business for 34 years. I don't know. I hate to say it this way, many businesses that can afford to do 100%.
Yeah.
50% is your minimum that you do.
Yes.
The question is, then do you bill, let's just say it was me. Do you bill me and the employee? Or do you bill me and I take it out of the employee's pay?
So yeah, it'll come out of the employee's pay. It'll come out of their payroll. So it makes it more simple for them. They won't even notice. They're not getting a bill that they're having to pay in the mail. It's just coming right out of their paycheck.
Okay, so do you guys arrange it to come out of their paycheck?
The carrier does. So
Okay.
we're a broker. So we sell the insurance carriers products, and then the carriers are what take the payment.
Okay, so how many different carriers do you work with?
We work with all of them. There's quite a bit of amount of them out there, but the major ones would obviously be your Florida Blue, Aetna, Humana is no longer in the business, but United, all of those, Cigna, we work with all of them. Yeah.
Okay, so I could be wrong, but that's one part of what you do, right?
Mhm.
You do more stuff than that.
Yes.
What else do you do?
So we help keep companies in compliance. We have an HR professional in our office that is up to date with all of the compliance needs that a business needs to be in. So she helps with guiding people into that if they don't have an HR professional themselves. And then if you have any questions on how to handle employees' conflict at the office, you can call her and she will help you with those questions. We help handhold through the entire process of setting up your benefits, teaching you how things work. You can call us with any questions. We also are there for the employees if they go to the hospital and there's a problem with their insurance or they need to know is something covered. They can call us at any time and we'll be answering the phone.
So, again, now, is it just medical? I mean,
No.
you have life? Do you have those things too?
Yeah, so we do medical, dental, vision, voluntary life, basic life. We can do disability, and then we work with other partners that can help do your payroll, 401ks.
Okay, so now you kind of confuse me because I'm not too smart around this topic. That's why you're here. So, what is voluntary, whatever?
So voluntary life would be the difference is basic life I mentioned would be employer paid.
Okay.
So the employer pays for it's generally a pretty small amount,
Hmm.
and that'll get the employee about $10,000, $20,000 life insurance. And the reason it's basic life is because the employee is not paying for that at all. It's something that the employer is just giving to their employees. Voluntary life is the employee is selecting it on a voluntary basis to where the employer is not helping pay for it at all, but it's a benefit being provided to the employees through their group product, which makes it a cheaper amount to be able to afford it, getting it off a group chassis rather than individually going to
Right.
by
So
yourself.
is that like a lot of these insurance places say, well, if you have a minimum of 10 people, you're going to get a break of some sort, or
Hmm.
whatever the number is.
Yes.
So, um, for me, so I look at it as a business owner. Let's just say I had 10 people.
Hmm.
Can those 10 people include me?
Yes.
Okay, so the employees and the owners can get involved.
Yes.
And I guess it would come out of their salaries and
Hmm.
my salary.
Hmm.
Okay, as long as I make enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes us entrepreneurs, we're kind of touchy about our jobs and stuff. So, how long have you been around this industry?
I've been around this industry for about 5 years now.
Okay, so the question I always ask is why? I mean, I'm always curious why people choose to do something, no disrespect, that I wouldn't do.
Hmm.
But a lot of people wouldn't do what I do, so I get it. What made you want to do this?
So it's my family's business. My mom started 30 years ago,
Oh,
and
wow.
I've been around it my whole life. And I actually never thought I was going to go into this industry. I wanted to go in the Coast Guard, and while I was applying to be in the Coast Guard, I started working there just as something to do in the meantime. And I ended up realizing I kind of enjoyed it because we're helping people in the long run. And I ended up deciding to stay.
And making money, obviously.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That's obviously
We
part of
want to
it.
make sure that we put that in
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
because making money gives a good reason to stay. Not making money, not a good reason to stay.
No. Yes.
So, one of the questions I usually ask is, did you get family support? Well, in this case, I'm sure you got tons of family support, right?
Yes, my brother is also with the company, and
Oh,
he's
wow.
about 14 years older than I am, so he's helped me out a lot.
You know, when I started this company, it was like when you're a parent, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna start this company, and years down the road, my daughter, I have one daughter, would come in and take over the company.
Hmm.
So I don't have that. My daughter doesn't want this company. She lives in D.C. She makes more money than I'll ever make. So I'm very lucky that I don't have to worry about her.
Mm.
Um, so I'm gonna guess that your mom was thrilled that you and your brother came into the business.
Yes, and we're actually planning to take the company over next year. She's ready to retire now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't care what it. I mean, I love what I do, but sometimes it just gets to be enough. Enough is enough sometimes. You know, I'm going to be 67,
Hmm.
and I'm blessed. I have Edgar and the rest of our team here, and I know that it's in good hands.
Hmm.
And I guess your mom is thrilled that the company is being in good hands. I guess your brother knows been with the company for a long time.
Yes, he has
Okay, so he probably knows all the ins and outs.
all the ins and outs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So was it his thought to stay when he got into it, or did he get into it kind of like you, that he just helped out and all of a sudden he was drawn in?
You know, I can't really speak for him on that one. That's a good question because I was obviously a lot younger when he made that decision to stay. With that big age gap, I was still
Right.
in high school at the time. Um, but I would that's a good question. I'll have to ask him. I have a feeling he was planning on staying because I know he did internships with her when he was in college. So I
Uh-huh.
have a feeling it was kind of the plan all along, which for me was not
No,
the plan
you
all
you were
along.
kind of like sucked in,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Because the truth of the matter is, if you had said, you know, I need something to do and make a couple dollars, I'm gonna go and get $15 an hour at McDonald's, you probably would never be in the company.
yeah,
You'd be in the Coast Guard,
yep,
okay, and you would have never gotten a taste for what the company. But you've seen it all these years. You've
yeah,
seen mom work at it, and she's probably been in it a long time.
hmm,
You've seen some of her struggles, I'm sure, because the economy is like this,
yes,
and we have to deal with that. Um, the good people are happy when it's here, and they're okay when it's here.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it's here, you work 50% to make 100% of the money. When it's here, you have to work 100% to make 100% of the money. A lot of people don't want to do that once they've made it here. You
Yeah.
know, what's your, I mean, in your opinion, what's the best part of your job? I mean, was it like one niche that you really enjoy more than anything else?
Well, luckily for me is I get to be the sales side of the job rather than my brother handles a lot of the back end and in the office stuff. So my favorite part is going out, getting to meet people like you, and going around and seeing people face to face and connecting with people. That's really what I love to do is, make those connections with people and build a relationship.
And it's interesting because we met at a networking event.
Yes.
Okay, a little crowded,
Yes, it was.
really crowded.
Hmm.
Okay, and from there you ended up here.
Hmm.
And was it at that event that you met a person with another company that when I wanted to work with you?
Yes, I actually did meet a person at another company. I met a low-level employee actually at a company, and then she had made a promise to talk about me to the owners. And then about a week later, I got a phone call,
Huh?
and I was very thrilled.
Okay, so I know that group. I
Yes.
know it quite well. I'm on the board. We have some of the greatest people. And you was in sales,
Hmm.
and I've been doing sales probably double your life because I'm older than dirt. You'll find that it's really about, like you said, the connection. It's
Yeah.
about having people like you, trust you. And my dad always told me the only thing you own in this world is your word. Your car, your house, all that stuff. You die, and in the next generation might not even know you. Um,
Hmm.
but people will always remember you for your word and how you treat people. And I have to admit the one thing that common sense has told me is that your mom's doing this quite some time.
Yes.
So she must be doing something right. Okay, so you guys are lucky because she dealt with all the tweaks and bumps and everything when it started. How
Hmm.
many people work in your company?
We have about 8 or 9 employees at the moment. Yes.
Okay, you know where to get them benefits because I could help you with that.
Yeah.
I know a guy. All right, what's the future for you in the company?
The future is we would like to grow. Um, Hopefully, one day have more employees. We really want to just keep it going. We don't want to sell out to any larger companies. We want to keep it a family owned business and keep it moving, really build relationships with the clients that we have. Our goal is to not have short term clients. We really want to build a friendship out of our clients and keep them for a long time. So
And
that's it.
here, and we get that because here it's about. I hate to use the word residual income, but if you're doing right by somebody, they're gonna always stay, and if they're always
Exactly.
staying, they're always gonna pay. And when you're a business owner, a lot of people don't understand that FP&L is not going to be happy if they don't get paid. And the
Hmm.
internet is not going to be happy if it doesn't get paid. And you can't function if these things don't work. So you have a road ahead of you because you're young. And I think probably one of the best things you did is decide to join that chamber.
Hmm.
Whose idea was it?
Mine.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay, who told you about the chamber?
Actually, a good friend of mine, Matt, and he's been on
Matt
here as
Weishaupt,
well.
right?
Matt Weithoff, yes,
I love
we're
Matt.
part of another chamber together as well,
Okay.
and we built a friendship through that. And he
It,
told me about the Steward Chamber and that I would like it as well.
yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great
Hmm.
guy. All right, how do people find you? You have a phone
Yeah.
number? What do you
So
have?
our phone number is 561-694-2505, and then you can also reach us with at jdigroup.com.
Okay, and I know that you probably can find you because we were talking. Who has a LinkedIn account?
We have a company LinkedIn account, and I
Okay,
have one as well as my brother.
okay. I use LinkedIn here and there, but it's not a lot of it's not always local.
Hmm.
But some of the bigger deals or things that I put together through LinkedIn. So it's a benefit place for you to be.
Hmm.
Guys, I've said it a million times, and I know you hear it. I know you're probably sick of hearing it, but always use a professional. Can you do this online? Yeah, but if something goes wrong, who you gonna talk to? You think you're gonna get to the person that set it up? That's never gonna happen. Finding the person that set it up or getting answers, never going to happen. That's why it's so important to use a professional, and it's so important to meet face to face. And I'm guessing that You'll meet someone, have a consultation with them, and
Hmm.
figure out what works for them.
Yeah.
I stress it a million times. If you don't see the person that you're dealing with face to face, I don't think you're doing yourself justice. I don't think you're going to get what you need, and you don't have anybody to go back to when it doesn't work. Bill, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you
Check
for
Bill
having me.
out. Everybody, we'll be right back.